Hello and welcome to this special iContact webinar, Ramping Up Email Marketing for Thanksgiving and Beyond. My name is John Hayes. I'm a marketing strategist and contributing author here at iContact. What does that mean? Essentially, I spend my time meeting with small and medium-sized businesses, getting to know their businesses, getting to know their products and their services, and perhaps more importantly, understanding their problems. Problems with communicating with their target audience, problems in building brand, problems in generating reputation, problems with driving leads, making more sales, and ultimately increasing profits. As I spend my time with these organizations and I help them overcome these problems, I also write about them via a number of channels, including the iContact blog. As well as my work at iContact, I'm also the author of two best-selling marketing books, Becoming the Expert, Enhancing Your Business Reputation Through Thought Leadership Marketing, and the more recently published A Crash Course in Email Marketing. If you have any questions today from today's session or email marketing in general, please feel free to get in touch with me. I can be reached on email, jhayes@icontact.com. You can find me on Twitter at John_W_Hayes. And if you'd like to tweet about today's event, please use the hashtag iContactWebinar. So to give you a brief agenda of what we're going to be talking about today, we are going to be looking at the importance of segmentation and targeting. We're going to look at how to increase your volume without losing subscribers. And then we're going to look at strategies around key dates that will help you maximize your results. Now, these topics and more can be found in our recently published Holiday Marketing Blueprint, which is available from the iContact website, www.icontact.com. And this publication will basically give you the 12-step guide to holiday marketing success. I don't want to frighten you, but the holidays actually started last month. I really believe the holiday marketing season starts with Halloween. And things aren't slowing down. The biggest events in online and offline retail are just around the corner. Thanksgiving, November the 27th, Black Friday, November 28th, Cyber Monday, December the 1st. Now, these are huge opportunities for any business, whether they are online or offline, to maximize your sales. So if you didn't get your holiday marketing plans in place prior to Halloween on October the 31st, you really need to be moving now. And yeah, I don't want to frighten you even more, but what if I told you the biggest e-commerce event in 2014 was already behind us? Well, it's true. There is a special event in China called Singles Day. It's celebrated on the 11th of November, and a lot of the e-commerce and online retail businesses have jumped on the back of that date and promote it in a very similar way to Cyber Monday in the US and the UK. And you can see from this report in the Guardian newspaper, which was published very early on the 11th of November, Alibaba, the Chinese e-commerce giant, hit a new record as sales surged past £4 billion. Huge opportunity. It makes me think, will we be focusing on Singles Day in 2015? I think we probably will. So you should be getting busy, but don't panic. There's still time to save the holidays. So I'm going to quickly run through some stats and remind you of the opportunity. Over the holiday period, the average American spends $786. 30% of the population actually plan to spend more than $1,000. Now, I have two children. I personally don't know how anyone can get away with spending as little as $1,000. It is a huge opportunity. People are going to be spending this money, and if they're not going to be spending it with you, they'll be spending it with your competitors. So you really need to make the effort to get a slice of this income. And it's an opportunity that's growing. In 2012, $42 billion was spent online. That increased by 9.5% in 2013, up to $46 billion. And you really have to remember, this was during quite a sluggish period in our economy. To see such growth at that time was absolutely fantastic. And you can bet your bottom dollar we will see a similar increase this year. And remember, this is just income that's spent online. There is a huge opportunity offline as well. Finally, looking at email marketing, 16% of all online spend, so that huge sum of money was driven by email marketing. Email marketing is actually 1% more effective than paid search, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than paid search as well. I should throw in the caveat there. There's no such thing as cheap or expensive marketing. There's marketing that works and there's marketing that doesn't work. The reason why email marketing is so successful is because it's traditionally a retention marketing tool. And as anyone that's been in business for any length of time will tell you, it is much more cost effective to retain an existing client than to win a new one. And when you're looking at more expensive acquisition marketing techniques, things like paid search, but also things like eBay and Amazon, they are very expensive ways of acquiring new business. If you are only using these channels to drive sales, there is a very good chance you will not see the kind of profits you're looking for. So you really need to engage email marketing if you're looking to enhance your profits over the holiday period. So it's a big opportunity and you've really got to be busy. But you don't want to be a busy fool. What do I mean by that? Well, I meet all sorts of small business owners and marketeers every single day who are growing their businesses and they believe themselves to be successful, but essentially they're being busy fools. What is a busy fool? A busy fool is somebody who works hard but doesn't understand costs. These are the kind of people who work hard all year to see their productivity and turnover go through the roof, but fail to keep an eye on costs, which can completely destroy their margins. As busy people, we're all ambitious and want to see our businesses grow, but at what cost? And these are the kind of people who throw all of their efforts into paid search and ignore all of existing client base through email marketing. Number two, they don't delegate or outsource. Too many business owners really struggle to let go of tasks that can be competently handled by other members of their team. If you trust someone enough to pay them a salary, then you should trust them enough to get on with their job without constantly looking over their shoulder. And a great example of this is I met a lady a couple of months ago at an event I was speaking at, and she told me she needed to get into email marketing. She wanted to increase her social media activity and she wanted to develop a strategic content marketing strategy, but she had too many other things to do, things like the company accounts. I told her she would never make money doing the company accounts. In fact, if she hired the services of a good accountant, they would probably save her money, and she should focus on the things that she's passionate about, which was selling her products and services. Number three, they enjoy manual labor. How many businesses are still shuffling spreadsheets and sending campaigns out using things like Outlook? Outlook is not an email marketing tool, and it can get you into a lot of trouble if you're using it as an email marketing tool. Even the smallest company can engage software to help them build their customer lists and send email marketing campaigns. And finally, these busy fools, they don't understand data. I believe data is your friend. It can tell you who is interested in your products and services, what individual products and services they are interested in, where they're based, and how they can be targeted. So let's look at some of these extra holiday marketing costs. So you are undoubtedly going to invest in extra stock leading up to the holidays. You may be taking on extra staff. You may have to invest in extra warehousing. You may have to look at extra shipping costs as you're pushing more stuff out the door. Of course, you'll get extra acquisition costs, things like paid search and your traditional advertising, which you still have to do because obviously you want to grow your customer base. As you increase your sales, you will have extra customer service issues. You may have to deal with extra returns as you sell more products. You will undoubtedly get extra revenue, but where will you see these extra profits? Well, I believe that email marketing is the most profitable component of absolutely everything else you do to promote your business on and offline. If you are investing all this extra income in all of these extra efforts during the holidays, you really need to be focusing on email marketing to drive extra revenues at the lowest possible cost. So what came first, the chicken or the egg? Or if we're talking about email marketing, the campaign or the list? What am I going on about here? Well, essentially, too many email marketeers tell me that they want to build critical mass in their list before they send their first campaigns. They're wrong. Emails are best consumed like eggs when they're fresh. So as soon as somebody has given you their contact details, you want to start hitting them straight away. It doesn't matter whether you have 10 email addresses in your list, 100, 1,000, 10,000. These people have given you their data and they want to hear from you as soon as possible. The most successful email that you send will always be your first one. Also, bear in mind that email addresses go off really, really quickly. The average age of an email address, or the average useful age of an email address, is approximately 18 months. And that's for a number of reasons. People change their service providers, people change their jobs. Sadly, people die. You will never make money by selling to somebody who is no longer there. So as soon as somebody has given you that data, you want to start hitting them. So I'm going to share with you some really simple holiday marketing campaign ideas, things that you can set up now and run throughout the holiday season. First is perhaps the most obvious, upsell opportunities. If somebody has just purchased something from you, they are obviously very much in a buying frame of mind. So why not offer them a complimentary product or service so they can add that to their original purchase? Limited stock notices. Now these drive the perception of scarcity. So if you have only a small number of items left in stock, or perhaps a limited time period to deliver a service, and you tell people about it, it will change their mindset. They will no longer be thinking about buying a product, they will actually buy that product. Free shipping, if you want to remain competitive over the holiday marketing period and you're competing against large brand online retailers, you will need to offer free shipping. Free returns obviously takes any risk out of a purchase as well. If a customer knows that they can buy the product and send it back at no cost to themselves, if it's not quite right for them, that will add additional value to your offer. Last shipping date notifications, of course, very useful if you are selling to people overseas or perhaps who have left their holiday shopping to the last moment. And again, expedited shipping notices. If you can offer quicker delivery, again, that will also encourage people to buy. Holiday sales and discounts, I warn people to be very, very careful here. Great marketing always solves a problem for people. It doesn't, and that problem may not be price. That problem might be, where do I get a particular item from, or how can I get a particular item delivered to a certain location by a certain time. If your competitors aren't discounting, probably best not to discount yourself until after the peak buying season, when everyone will start discounting. Finally, if you're able to offer digital downloads or digital gifts or gift vouchers, this is great after the final shipping date. Perhaps somebody's left things far too late and they've left somebody off their holiday shopping list, and you can still give them the opportunity to buy something for their friends or colleagues or loved ones. So when you're planning your campaigns, don't forget these best practices. The average age of your email address is 18 months. We've touched on this already. If somebody's given you their email details, you want to be hitting them now. Email marketing, it's a two-way communication. So listen and learn and build relationships. Don't just broadcast. Remember the phrase, 2 ears, 1 mouth. You've got to spend twice as much time listening as you do talking. And you can listen and learn by analysing the data in your analytics suite in iContact. You can see who's opened emails, what links they've clicked in, and from there you can segment your lists accordingly. Keep it relevant, timely, and engaging. Everything else is spam. So if somebody has bought a particular product or service from you in the past, they should only really get emails from you that are connected to that product or service. So if somebody has bought ladies fashion from you in the past, they should only really receive emails about ladies fashion. Everything else is spam. If you've got nothing to say, don't say it. Don't try and force email marketing. Too many people send out email marketing campaigns on a particular day of the week or the month. And yeah, sometimes it's not worth sending that campaign. If you send out a dull, boring, uninspiring email, you will find it very hard for people to open the next email you send. And on that topic, I always encourage marketers to kill your monthly newsletter. Email should be relevant, timely, engaging, and far too many monthly newsletters are not relevant, timely, and engaging. Increase your volume. Your subscribers have given you permission to contact them. This is the busiest time of the year. All of your competitors will be increasing your volume. You need to get some skin in the game and increase your volume as well. Your customers will expect it this time of the year. If you're currently sending an email once a month, look at sending an email once a week. If you're currently sending an email once a week, look at sending multiple emails a week. If you've segmented your list accordingly, you can send many, many more emails without swamping your subscribers' inbox. And finally, remember, there's no such thing as cheap or expensive marketing. There's only marketing that works and there's marketing that doesn't work. So don't send your campaigns out there and then just leave them. You've got to analyze them. You've got to test them. You've got to see what works, see what hasn't worked, and improve your future campaigns. So beyond the holidays, email marketing continues to drive revenue long after the holidays. Email allows you to maximize the opportunity from your customers acquired over the holiday period and win repeat business over many months or even years into the future. For example, a customer buying a Christmas gift for a loved one could be very easily tempted back to buy another gift for Valentine's Day. And also remember, if you use expensive acquisition marketing techniques to acquire the same customer again and again, you may be severely damaging your profit potential. Everyone wants to be busy during the holidays, but nobody wants to be a busy fool. The moral of the story is to understand your costs and employ strategic email marketing techniques as quickly as possible following a sale or registration of interest. I want to share with you a little story to close today's session about leaving things too late. And it's in connection with a retailer whose biggest sales period wasn't actually the traditional holidays. It was Valentine's Day. Now, I actually believe Valentine's Day is the last date in the holiday marketing season. It's a great opportunity to win repeat business from the customers that you acquired over the holiday period. Now, this customer in this case was a lingerie seller, and his busiest period of the year was in the days leading up to Valentine's Day. And over several years, he had built up quite a substantial list of email addresses. And he still hadn't yet sent his first campaign. So bear in mind, a lot of those email addresses, were very old. A lot of them wouldn't work anymore because, as I say, people change their email addresses and the average age is approximately 18 months. And C, a lot of people would have actually forgotten about him. If you don't keep in constant contact with your clients, they will forget about you. It's a hugely competitive market out there, and there's very little customer loyalty online. So this gentleman wanted to send his very first email marketing campaign on his very last shipping day prior to Valentine's Day. So he created a beautiful campaign, he uploaded his list, and he hit send. Then absolutely nothing happened because his list was old and fatigued, and because so many of those email addresses bounced because they were no longer valid, and because so many customers couldn't remember who he was and they hit the spam complaint buttons. His campaign was frozen. And we had to take the time to go into his list, clean out all the deadwood, re-engage the subscribers, and ultimately he missed Valentine's Day. Now, If he had sent that campaign at the beginning of January, or sent his initial campaign at the beginning of January, and that had happened, it would have given us time to sort his problems out, and that would have resulted in perhaps one of the more successful Valentine's days his business had had. So the moral of the story is, don't leave it too late. Don't leave it to the days just prior to Black Friday or Cyber Monday or Super Saturday. Get your lists uploaded now and start sending campaigns now. Start testing your lists, start seeing what works, start seeing what doesn't work, learn and optimize accordingly. So next step, as I mentioned, a lot of this information is in our detailed holiday marketing blueprint, which is available for download from the iContact website, www.icontact.com. And that features a 12-step guide, which will teach you how to create a plan, build a schedule, get in your subscribers' heads, be selective in the campaigns you send, how to keep in touch with your subscribers, how you can focus on benefits, how you can socialize your campaigns, how you can test and learn what works, how you can measure against your goals and then correct the course, how you can grow your list. This is very, very important, and ultimately remember the basics as well. So with that, I would like to thank you for joining me on today's session. If you do have any questions regarding anything we've talked about today or email marketing please feel free to get in touch with me. My contact details are back on the screen there. jhayes@icontact.com, or find me on Twitter, John_W_Hayes. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you.